Hi guys, welcome back to Helldivers. This is a continuation of the one I uploaded earlier to do with the nuclear style one. Only I've replaced the shredded missiles with a railgun turret. I thought maybe defending the pickup point would be better, because when the most extractions can get pretty chaotic. So I've replaced that with the turret, so we'll see how it goes with that. I was pretty impressed with the railgun turret. The only problem with the shredded missile, even though it was great fun playing around with it, I thought I'd actually try and seriously just get through the second part and the third part to complete the planet, because I've not actually completed a planet yet, even though I've been mucking around on the Helldivers for a while. So what I've done is I've edited this video in the second and the third part, so it's just showing the objectives. So I'll cut out most of the bits in between, lighten the load a little bit. You can see here, my personal feeling playing on the bug planets is the shield is one of probably the best assets as well, because those praying mantises, when they come up and jump at you, if you haven't got a shield on, as soon as they stab you, and they do it really quick, you're basically immobilized. And once you're immobilized against the bugs, those things start chasing after you, start chopping onto you, and you go down pretty quick. So it's one of the things I employ now all the time on the bug planets, particularly at the high levels, because those praying mantis things, I mean, their little stealthiness, if you're running around, they come at you real quick. And it only takes one little jab and you're down. And then they start coming at you from every angle, trying to get their fangs into you, and they do. So I wear the shield. It's very good. Not only that, you can run through the fire, and when you're using the static fields, you can run through the static fields as well. So it has a lot of good uses. Now, my playstyle, particularly on the bug planets, is I use the static fields. As you see here, I'll throw one down, use the bush to corner myself, try and guide all the bugs into it, and once they're in it, once everything's in that one little spot, then you take out the Hellfire incendiary bomb, which is a nice big long line of fire, and it just absolutely wastes the bugs. Really powerful against the bugs, so it's worth using, and it's got a very short cooldown, so definitely worth using. The combination of the static field and the Hellfire is very good. Probably one of my favourite combinations now in the game. Now, one of the reasons I don't use stealth is purely because when you take out all of the patrols in an area and you have a big fight and you take everything down, quite often or not, as you saw there, there's nothing left in an area. So you can go around throwing distractor beacons down here, there and everywhere, which is fine. It's a good way of playing, and it's one of the things that I will adopt, particularly in the Illuminate planet. And the cyborgs as well sometimes, but I think on the bug planet they're slightly easier, so you don't really need to use distractor beacons. You can just take them on. As long as you've got a static field with you, you can really take them on, it's not a problem. Gotta be careful where you place these nuclear bombs, the hell bomb, because if it's in the water like that, bit of a daft placement by myself, you've got to get away from there pretty quick. So you want to make sure it's just on the edge of the water. Lessons to be learnt there. I could have done it wrong. Now, when you've got a little cart here, what I'll normally do is just have a quick walk around, take a few patrols out, and then start the train. There's no guarantee though, because the bug patrols just come out of the floor. So even though you'll see them coming from one particular area, you can see here the laser's great at taking out patrols. There's no stopping them coming out the floor anywhere. So as you will see in a second, just out of view, from nowhere. They just pop up right next to the car, and that's it, the alarm's gone. I'm quite lucky here I've got the trees there. It just allows me to kill them before they get to the car. And luckily there's only a couple of little ones noshing on the car, so it just allows me to see the power of the laser there. Pretty good taking down the medium-sized bugs. So again, now I've killed everything, the area is pretty clear. You look on the radar there and there's not a lot about. So you don't really need to use stealth. It helps in some cases if you're escorting the you know, the prisoners or the whatever you want to call them. It's it can be quite useful. Generally I don't use them on the bug planets. See there's nothing around, so it's really easy. Once you've taken out a few patrols, which I think is the key. Maybe not so easy on the with the cyborgs and the illuminates, because at level 9 onwards, particularly the cyborgs, you get, you know, when you get a couple of them firing up in the air, they're not so easy. So the thing when you get to these nests, generally it's best to just hold on a second and shoot everything. But you'll see I miss one just on the top there. You just see him, little straggler. I miss him, he calls the alarm in. But if you just hold on for a second and wait for all the patrols to go, usually you can get a good placement. But if you've got a static field, you've got to learn those buttons real quick. So you can see I whack it down on the floor and that just stops him getting anywhere near. Luckily the one there, I managed to kill him before the bomb lands on the floor. Even though I do nearly laser the bomb, which is pretty close. But I get to the bomb and bang. You know, without the shield I'd have got caught in the static field there. So it's always worth having a shield on you. Now, probably the best way to do these is if you do it on the other side of the water. Just allows you that little quicker escape instead of mucking around the bush and the water on the other side. So as long as you've got a clear view, pop it on the edge of the water and then zoom in so you can see as far as you can. The laser's got great distance. Sometimes it's worth just bunging out something protective to give you a little bit of cover, but you can see there these mantises without a shield. Now they've been pretty hard then. All three of them would have been chomping at me, the little ones would have called in their friends and I'd have been doing it. Once the alarm's gone off, they come in droves. You know, this is one of the things I'm finding very hard to do. This is probably where you want distractor beacons, because defending these little missile silos, it's really hard, because it only takes one little bug to call in or raise the alarm. And that's it, I think you're pretty lost. It's very hard to defend these at level 12. And you see them jumping over the bush, they jump for miles, little critters. As long as you're ready for them, you normally you can get them all, but the only problem is sometimes you get to crawl into the bush. And once they've crawled into the bush, you can get them. So you can see there, something's called the alarm. I never even saw what that was. And once you've left the missile silo, then it's pretty hard. Generally, you're going to lose it. Once you've lost it, there's no even point standing around. Just get out of there, run away. So I'll get down to the end, and I think, well, the rail turret is pretty potent little bit of a defense mechanism, so I'll whack that on the floor. Just up there. And I'll try and cover down this bottom area. Now for the best part of it, it does a very good job, but it seems to stop working.
Defensive equipment
bizarrely.
Inbound.
How'd you like a taste of freedom?
Now these two little rocks here, I mean, it actually acts as a line of sight. So the little bugs don't actually start calling the alarm unless they've got you in a line of sight for a particular amount of time. So you can see that one down the bottom there was dancing around the rock for ages. But until they've got you in their sight for a certain amount of time, they won't call the alarm. So it's quite good having those little rocks in between you and them. And you just pop out and shoot them. Now for some reason this turret at the top here just isn't working anymore. Right, in a few seconds it stops working. Plenty of things around and it's just not doing anything. I think it's from about now. He's not doing anything now. That should be shooting right across the screen. So it's a good job. Didn't need it. There we go. It misses that, doesn't shoot. It's not doing anything. Maybe there's a little glitch in there somewhere, I'm not sure. So that was a pretty easy extraction there. Yeah, that worked well. No deaths. As you can see, those praying mantises, once they've got their jabs into you, they slow you right down. So definitely use the shield on these planets. Good thing about doing these high level planets as well, you get a lot of XP. Huge amount. Okay, I hope you enjoy that. Look out for part 3 and I'll see you soon. Cheers.